Video. This time it's for a kind of review, evaluation, suggestion for a package called Inkscape. Now, because I've recently set up a new machine, I've started now sourcing and installing a new set of applications. I'm no longer going to be tied to subscription models. So I've switched over to a few free alternatives. And in this case, I've switched over to Inkscape to replace a copy of Adobe Illustrator I had for drawing and vector graphics, illustrations, that sort of thing. So if you want to download Inkscape, just type in you should get to the inkscape.org page. So that's the main page. Go to downloads, and you probably want current stable version, which is at the time of this video 1.4. And you got versions for Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and you've also got archived compressed downloads. I'm on a Mac OS, so I would click on that. Because mine's an Intel-based machine, I'd choose that one. So that's where you download it. And on the Inkscape site, you've also got a wealth of tutorials, FAQs, guides, loads and loads of art resources, videos, you name it, to help support the application. If you do like it, it's well worth considering just making a donation to the Inkscape project. It is a completely free open source project, and I think it's equally as good as any kind of commercial equivalent software. So that's where you download it from. So once you start Inkscape up, you have this this basic interface in front of you where you got the tools palette down the side there, a color palette of your choosing at the bottom. Then you got the various tool settings along the right hand side, and you've also got the common kind of tools and functions toolbar at the top, and then you've got the main document window here. Now the first thing that that confused me when I first started using this was is this my working canvas? Yes and no. Your actual working canvas or your viewable canvas is that. This is just all the surplus space around it, the working space. So you can create cuts and things like that outside the main viewable document window. So for some strange reason, it seems to zoom to this level. So you got a very, very tiny work document there. In order to zoom in fully to fill the window, you click on this here, and that creates the a zoom to basically fill the whole of the document window. Right, as part of the demonstration now, bear in mind I'm not an artist, so don't expect any works of art from me, but I'm just going to demonstrate some of the basic functions that you can use to create a more elaborate and complicated design. So first thing I'm going to do is turn this into a landscape, and again just zoom to fill it. Okay, let's create a quick scene. So I'm just going to select the rectangle tool to pull out and draw a rectangle. Fill that with blue. And let's do another rectangle. Again, it's by default blue. Let's change this to a different color. And let's pull out some additional shapes, the polygon tool. So polygon tool, depending on what you're drawing. So I'm going to draw a couple of triangles. And the selection tool is that one. So, okay, that's 2 triangles I've created there. And let's just rotate that so it's in the right orientation. Remember, no criticism of my art skills. I'm not here to demonstrate how to use this proficiently. I'm just giving you a quick overview. That will send back, and we'll send back again. So these are the basic you know, kinds of layout tools that you'd have in a drawing package of this kind. So you'd typically be creating, combining, organizing, layering something like this, and I'll show you much more elaborate designs from much more professional artists than myself, which demonstrate most, if not all, the techniques I'm kind of you can do with this. So I've pushed that, so that's now behind that one. They're kind of supposed to be mountains, I guess. So we'll bring the sea forward, push that back. What else can we have in this? Okay, let's have a. This can be a sun, maybe. So, as well as just a flat fill, you can have what's called a gradient fill. So you can either have a linear gradient fill or a circular gradient fill. So I'm just going to try to create some kind of semi-transparent sun-looking object there to build up the scenes. That's a sun, or my interpretation of what a sun perhaps looks like. What else could we have? Right, so we'll select the sky, and Inkscape has actually got some nice what are called filter tools, and you can also add various extensions which I think you can download. So okay, for the sky, um, Okay, so there's a quick kind of what would you call that? That's a kind of quick cloud. Sorry, a cloud kind of effect. And if you wanted to change the color of the sky, you could easily do that. We'll change it back to a nice, jolly kind of, you know, light blue. Okay, let's create a let's create a bolt type object. Sorry, I don't want that. Um, doesn't really look much like a bolt, but let's use another tool here. So, okay, let's create something that looks a bit more like a boat or a ship. So let's try and just distort this slightly. Just a bit more, not much more, a bit more ship looking by doing that. Okay, let's have another what could be the wheelers or whatever you call them on ships. And seeing as these two are actually you know, part of the same kind of structure, you might want to group these. So you go to object, and where is it? Where did I say it? Group. Okay, so that's combined that now into single unit, so you can move, transform, whatever you need to do to that single object. If you need to ungroup them, you can ungroup them. So you could sorry, you could combine quite a complex group of shapes into one element effectively. So you can manipulate, move around particular those group of elements together as I have here. So I can move that around, move it over here, and then they're grouped until you decide to ungroup them. So that's a basic rundown of what you can expect in Inkscape. As I said, these are kind of standard set of tools you'd expect in a kind of vector drawing package of this kind. You can use it for many different types of drawings, from artistic stuff to design, right the way through to more kind of technical work. So I'm going to close down this work of art, and so where are we? So we'll close that, close without save, and if we if we open that back up, and I'm going to open up another one. So these are what I'm going to open up. Are, samples that you can get off the Inkscape site, which other professional artists have created. So if we just zoom in, on this portion, so as you can see, the level of detail on this is quite something exquisite. You got shadows, you got the detailing of the truck, you've got the isometric orientation of that. The actual level of detail that's gone into that is quite amazing. And I think if you take the time, you can create some pretty photorealistic looking elements. Now, bear in mind, this is not my work. I'm just going to show you the level of detail and planning. So that, remove that around. So you've got the shadows, a separate element there. So you can move that. That's probably a list of different elements. So if we go to objects, ungroup, so that drop is a separate icon. And then this, you can further ungroup. So you got the different parts of it. So you got that edge, you got that edge, and then you got the top. You've obviously got nothing the other side, because you're not actually you're viewing that. So you can investigate the each individual component on here goes onto what's a layer or an object. So you can go and inspect the properties of any element on there. So this Inkscape logo, sorry, not logo, this Inkscape text, Inkscape logo. Sorry, I'm not just going through and deleting these because I'm trying to improve it. I'm just showing you what the kind of level of design, layout, and control you are able to exercise. So that, I hope, gives you a general overview of what Inkscape is capable of. So if you're looking for a good illustration tool, this hopefully should be right up your street. And if you're from a Adobe Illustrator background and you're looking for a free alternative to Adobe Illustrator, then this may well be the thing that you're looking for. I definitely suggest you give it a whirl. It's free to use. You got plenty of resources in terms of help documents and countless kind of videos. I'm sure if you go on YouTube, you can probably search for this. You've got tons and tons of illustrations which you can kind of like this, which you can download and tinker with and play around with, see what's really capable. Thanks once again for watching the video. Thank you very much. If you like it, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Thank you. See you on the next one.